Imagine reaching into your pocket late at night after a long day and pulling out a simple nickel something, small something, ordinary something that most people never look at twice now. Imagine discovering that this tiny 5-cent coin might actually be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on one small detail that most Americans never notice. This is the story of the 1983 Jefferson Nickel, a coin that quietly circulated across the United States while hiding secrets that collectors today are still searching for with excitement and determination. Before we go deeper into this surprising story, welcome to US Mint X Coins, the channel where every day coins become hidden treasures, and where ordinary pocket change sometimes turns into extraordinary discoveries. If you love American coin history, rare mint errors, and shocking coin values, then you are in the right place, because today we are opening the door to one of the most overlooked nickels in modern United States coin collecting history. The year 1983 was not just another ordinary year in American coin production. It was a year filled with quiet transitions inside the United States Mint, a time when collectors were not paying much attention to nickels because most people believed only silver coins held real value, but experienced collectors knew something different. They knew that modern coins, especially those from specific years, could become future treasures, and the 1983 Jefferson Nickel slowly became one of those coins. At first glance, the 1983 Jefferson Nickel looks exactly like the millions of other Jefferson Nickels produced throughout American history. The front of the coin shows the calm and thoughtful portrait of Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding fathers of the United States, a president, a thinker, a visionary, and the architect behind the Louisiana Purchase, one of the most important land expansions in American history, while the reverse side shows Monticello, Jefferson's historic home, standing proudly as a symbol of early American leadership, culture, and independence. But what makes the 1983 nickel different from many others is not its appearance, it is the story behind how it was made, where it was made, and how collectors today search carefully for the small details that separate ordinary coins from valuable collector pieces. During 1983, the United States Mint produced Jefferson nickels in two major locations, Philadelphia and Denver, and each location left its own identifying mark on the coins. Philadelphia nickels were produced without a mint mark, while Denver nickels carried the small letter D near Jefferson's portrait, and collectors today carefully examine both versions because some examples from each mint location can be worth far more than their face value. One reason collectors pay attention to the 1983 Jefferson Nickel is the quality differences that appeared during production. Some coins were struck with stronger detail, sharper edges, and brighter surfaces, while others were produced with weaker strikes, softer lettering, and lighter impressions. And surprisingly, the strongest strikes are the ones collectors are willing to pay the most money for, especially when they are preserved in near-perfect condition. Now imagine finding a 1983 Jefferson Nickel that still shines like it just left the mint decades ago. Imagine holding a coin that survived 40 years without scratches, heavy wear, or circulation damage. Coins like these are called high-grade examples, and they are extremely important to serious collectors because condition can dramatically change the value of a coin, sometimes turning 5 cents into $50, $100, or even more depending on the quality. But condition is only one part of the story, because what truly excites collectors about the 1983 Jefferson Nickel are the mint errors, the rare production mistakes that happen quietly inside the mint machines and escaped into circulation unnoticed for years until sharp-eyed collectors began discovering them. One of the most talked about error possibilities includes off-center strikes, where the coin design appears shifted away from its normal position, creating a dramatic visual difference that collectors love. These coins are rare because they show exactly what happened during the moment of striking, when the blank coin was not perfectly aligned inside the minting press. Another exciting possibility includes double die varieties, where letters, numbers, or design elements appear slightly doubled, creating a shadow-like effect that can only be seen under careful observation. Sometimes collectors discover doubling in the word liberty, sometimes in the date, and sometimes even in Jefferson's profile itself. And when these varieties are confirmed, they immediately become desirable collector targets. Collectors also watch carefully for die cracks, die chips, and strike-through errors, which occur when small imperfections appear on the coin surface during the minting process. These marks tell a story about the condition of the minting equipment at the time the coin was produced, and they give each coin its own unique identity, something collectors find fascinating because no-to-error coins are exactly the same. Another reason the 1983 Jefferson Nickel continues to attract attention is its connection to a special moment in modern coin collecting history. During the early 1980s, the United States Mint was adjusting production strategies, responding to changing metal costs and improving minting efficiency, and coins produced during this period often show subtle differences in quality, finish, and strike strength compared to earlier decades, making them especially interesting for collectors who study mint history carefully. Many Americans still remember the coins they carried during the 1980s, but very few people stopped to examine them closely at the time. These coins moved quickly through vending machines, grocery stores, gas stations, and family kitchen drawers, quietly waiting for someone to notice their hidden potential value. And today, collectors across the country continue searching through old coin jars, inherited collections, and forgotten piggy banks, hoping to rediscover one of these overlooked nickels. Sometimes the most exciting discoveries happen when collectors least expect them. A person cleaning out a drawer might suddenly notice a bright, sharp 1983 nickel. Another person sorting through inherited change might find a Denver Mint version with exceptional detail, and another collector might discover a small mint error that transforms an ordinary coin into a rare collectible piece. These moments of discovery are what make coin collecting such an exciting hobby. Across the United States, professional coin grading companies also play an important role in determining the value of a 1983 Jefferson Nickel. When a coin is submitted for grading, experts examine its surface, strike, luster, and preservation quality before assigning it a grade that helps collectors understand how rare the coin truly is. Higher grades often mean higher value, and some top grade examples of the 1983 nickel have already surprised collectors with impressive auction results over the years. Another interesting fact about the 1983 Jefferson Nickel is that many collectors today are building complete Jefferson Nickel date collections, and they actively search for high-quality examples from every year, including 1983, because completing a full set requires patience, attention, and dedication, and each coin represents a small piece of American minting history. The portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front of the coin continues to remind collectors of the deep connection between American leadership and national identity. Jefferson believed strongly in education, independence, and opportunity, values that continue to inspire collectors who study American coins not only as currency, but also as historical artifacts that carry meaning beyond their metal content. Meanwhile, the Monticello building on the reverse side stands as a powerful symbol of early American architecture and culture. Its appearance on the nickel connects modern Americans with the vision of the early republic and reminds collectors that even the smallest coins in their pockets can represent important chapters in national history. As collectors continue searching for valuable modern coins, the 1983 Jefferson Nickel remains one of the quiet favorites because it represents a time when people were not yet paying close attention to modern coin varieties, meaning that many valuable examples may still be hiding in circulation, waiting to be discovered by someone willing to look closely and patiently. It is important to remember that coin collecting success often begins with curiosity. The simple decision to check your pocket change can sometimes lead to surprising discoveries, and the 1983 Jefferson Nickel is a perfect example of how a small coin can open the door to a much larger story about history, craftsmanship, and hidden opportunity. Across the United States, collectors continue attending coin shows, visiting local dealers, exploring online auctions, and searching through family collections hoping to find overlooked treasures. And each time someone discovers a strong example of a 1983 Jefferson Nickel, the excitement spreads quickly through the collector community, because every discovery adds another chapter to the ongoing story of this fascinating coin. Even beginners can start their own search today by examining nickels, carefully looking for mint marks, checking surface quality, and comparing details under good lighting, because the more closely you look, the more likely you are to notice something special, and sometimes that special detail can change the value of a coin dramatically. The idea that a simple 5-cent coin could become a collectible treasure is one of the reasons coin collecting remains one of the most popular hobbies in America. It combines history, art, mystery, and discovery into one small object that fits easily into the palm of your hand. And the 1983 Jefferson Nickel continues to prove that even modern coins can carry surprising potential value. Some collectors describe the excitement of finding a rare coin as similar to discovering hidden treasure, because each search brings the possibility of uncovering something unexpected, and the search itself becomes part of the adventure, encouraging collectors to keep exploring, learning, and sharing their discoveries with others. As time continues moving forward, fewer high-quality examples of the 1983 Jefferson Nickel remain in circulation, because coins gradually become worn, lost, or stored inside private collections, which means the surviving examples in excellent condition may become even more desirable in the future, especially for collectors building complete Jefferson Nickel sets. So the next time you receive change at a store, open a coin jar at home, or sort through an old collection, remember to look carefully at every nickel, especially those dated 1983, because one small detail, one unusual mark, or one exceptional condition example could transform an ordinary coin into something far more valuable than anyone expected. And here at US Mint X Coins, we believe every coin has a story waiting to be discovered, and sometimes the smallest coins carry the biggest surprises. So keep searching, keep learning, and keep checking your pocket change, because your next discovery might already be closer than you think.